Hey guys, what is up? It's Kat here. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me today. And once again, thank you all so much for hitting the 5,000 subscriber mark. So yes, today's video is going to be a very overdue updated Q&A in celebration of reaching the 5K mark. Thank you to those of you who submitted your questions, and just thank you all again so much for your overwhelming words of support and your constant encouragement. It just really keeps this channel going, and I said this before, it's so cliche, but we would not be here without you guys, and I really think that we have such a great community here on this channel, and that's the way I hope it continues to be. Without further ado, let us just jump right into some of the questions. I tried to get to all of them, but if I missed anyone's, feel free to comment below. Okay, these are in no particular order, and these are coming from both Instagram DMs or my community post or the video in which I asked you guys to submit your questions. And I apologize in advance if I butcher anyone's usernames. I'm so sorry, please don't hate me. Alright, to start us off, we have Austin, who asks, who are your favorite characters from Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings? Which I love this question because you guys know that I'm also quite a big Lord of the Rings fan. I would have to say my favorite Lord of the Rings character is probably Legolas. I love him. My love for him is equivalent to my love for Anakin, so he is my OG. And for Harry Potter, I'm not gonna lie, I think Dobby the house elf is my favorite character. Oh, I love him so much. He's just so cute. Next up is from Lasgoo00. Again, I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher your usernames. I'm sorry. But he asks, what is your favorite Star Wars character? And without a doubt, it is Darth Maul. He is my man, my OG. But I will say, my ranking of my favorite Star Wars characters tends to change a lot of the time, so it goes back and forth very often between Darth Maul and Qui-Gon. But yes, Darth Maul, my man, forever. Love him. Next is from X Fanatic, and they ask, if you could join together any two cinematic universes, what would it be? Oh, I have often thought that it would be interesting to see a hybrid of Harry Potter with Star Wars, the combination of what you could do with Force abilities but also magic. I don't know, I think that would be interesting. Next up, we have from Chaos Verum Music. They ask, when did you start watching Star Wars? I definitely started, I was a prequel child, I would say kindergarten, maybe? I was around 8 years old, I'd say. I can't do math very well. I was around that age when I was heartbroken by Anakin's transformation. So yeah, I started watching it. My brothers used to watch it. We were definitely prequel kids in my household for sure. Are there any other sci-fi movies that you like? Ooh. I mean, I've said this before. I enjoy the Chris Pine Star Trek films, but I know that Star Trek can be a very divisive topic amongst the Star Wars fandom. Those two fandoms I feel clash very often. My favorite food? I mean, this is gonna sound weird, but I guess peanut butter. If I were stranded on a deserted island, just give me a jar of peanut butter and I'll survive. And what type of music do I like? Truthfully, my Spotify is maybe the most confusing thing ever. It is my biggest fear of someone getting a hold of my Spotify account and going through, and because they would just be what? How old is this person? Who is this? But I really love good classic oldies, music that my parents' generation would have listened to, but also very much oldies, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. This is from Austin, who says, congrats for 5K. And my question is, what Star Wars solo series do you want to see? Ooh. I would say if we're talking a Disney Plus series or something like that. I think I said this in a live stream. I would love to see more of a solely Sith-based show or series. I love the dark side. I think we didn't get enough of it in the sequel trilogy, and I would just love to see, like, more, like, Sith action. I don't know. I would love to see just, like, a series based on, like, the Sith Lords, because, I don't know, I feel like they don't get enough attention. I want to learn more about them. Anything Sith, I think would just be so different, and so, I don't know, I would be down for it. Gavin asks, who is my favorite clone trooper from Star Wars The Clone Wars? And it has got to be Fives, for sure. Cried about it in my reaction to HFP's The 501st tribute. Fanatic asks again, if you could take any character from the Star Wars universe and move them to a different part in the timeline, who would it be and where? Mine would be Han Solo to the prequels, which is actually, that's pretty smart. What a great question. I don't know. I feel like I want to move somebody from the prequels to the sequel trilogy. I think it would be cool to see, like, Obi-Wan in the sequel trilogy. I don't know. That's probably, like, a basic answer, but I guess I'm just craving more prequel attention in the sequels in general. So, yeah, I think if, like, Obi-Wan or, like, Qui-Gon or something were in the sequels, oh, rest in peace, my man. This is from Dark Skywalker 13, who asks, what type of music do you like and what's your favorite bands? Again, very much into, like, oldies. And I would say my favorite band at the moment is the Electric Light Orchestra. Strange Magic. That is my jam at the moment. That song, I am very much like, I will play a song, like, on repeat 10 times in a row. Like, that's the kind of, like, listener I am. My Spotify timeline is just all the songs that I was addicted to at a certain period of time. Even if it, like, drives me crazy, I just listen to the same songs, like, over and over again. Next is from, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna butcher this, Quay. I don't know how to say this, I'm so sorry. But they ask, who is my favorite Star Wars character from non-movie sources? And I would have to say Ahsoka Tano, for sure. I would have loved to see her, like, in a movie of some sort, or even a series about her. That would be sick. Yeah, she's a boss. Love her so much. It's from The Real J Smitty, who asks, if you could meet any Star Wars actor, who would it be and why? And I think you all know the answer to that one is Hayden Christensen. My love. My one true love. I think I would just, like, embarrass myself or something from overly fangirling. I would love to meet him, but I also want to save myself the embarrassment. But if I ever met him, I would actually die for sure. Next question is from T Money Sartwell, who asks if I have any siblings, and I do. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and they are both also big Star Wars fans. Next is from ET Creatures of the Art, who says, congrats, thank you. What's your favorite movie or TV show? I have a lot of favorite TV shows. It was formerly Game of Thrones, but we all know how that ended. I would still rank it up in my list of all-time favorites, but now that it's not happening, I guess I would say my favorite show at the moment, I mean, the Clone Wars and Rebels, love them. But I'm also a big fan of Mad Men, which is a very normal, basic show. It's not really anything exciting compared to those other shows. It's like I like all these fantasy and sci-fi, and then it's like Mad Men. Next is from Matthew Duval, who asks, are you from Quebec? Because your name is very French-Canadian. And also, are you going to do watch-along parties for some Star Wars movies? I am not from Quebec. That sounds way more exciting than where I'm from. But I do know that my last name, LaSalle, is French for, like, the room or something. I don't know, I just remember it showing up a lot when I took French in, like, middle school, and I was like, that's me. But for Star Wars watch-along parties, I think that would be something interesting to do for, like, if Disney Plus ever did, like, kind of what Netflix is doing, like, if they just released, like, platform-only movies, like a Netflix original or, like, a Disney Plus original, then I think that would be an interesting scenario in order to do a watch-along. Because I feel like that would be more of a raw, interesting reaction. Next up is from Derek G, who asks, what do you do for work?
Nothing right now.
What's your dream job? Truthfully, there's so many that I would love to do. As you guys know, I studied painting and visual arts in college, as well as a minor in art history, so I'm very much into, you know, fine art, visual art. I would love to, like, potentially make art for a living and just sell that and be able to just travel the world and show my art in galleries or museums, like, internationally. Like, that's every artist's dream, I feel like, but I would also love to, like, be a museum curator or something, because I do love art history as well. But as much as I love fine arts, I also love performing arts, as you guys know. I would love to act more, whether it's on film or stage acting. I think that would be great as well. Will you ever come to Australia? I would love to someday, maybe, but that is a long, long flight from here. And then he asks, what's your favorite car and what car do you drive? Honestly, I drive a Subaru that's like almost the same age as me. But I love it. I like Subarus. And I am a timid driver, so I would say I'd only ever want to drive, like, not crappy cars, but I would never be able to drive like something sweet, like a Ferrari or something. I'm also just not much of a car person. I don't really like to drive, so I don't think I'd ever be able to get behind a wheel of like something fancy like that, because I'd just be too nervous. A random kid who asks, how has it been living through a new generation of Star Wars films, the sequels? And honestly, I think it's been so exciting. Like, it's just so great, and to see now that the Skywalker saga has ended, to see a number of possibilities that are ahead in the future with Star Wars, and now that Disney Plus, and there's kind of this platform now for like just Star Wars content. Like, I really feel like Star Wars is just gonna like boom in the next like decade or so, and I feel like it's only going up from here. As sad as it is to see the Skywalker saga end, like, it was so like surreal, like just going to see The Rise of Skywalker in theaters and knowing that was like it's over. But as upsetting as that is, it's still like, I'm really, really, really pumped to see like what is going to happen now. Like, I feel like Star Wars is so alive now, and I feel like it's only going to continue to keep growing in the future, especially now that we have Disney Plus. Next is from Austin, who asks, what's your #1 favorite Clone Wars episode? And I would have to say, without question, it is when Darth Maul gets his legs back. Sorry, spoiler, whoops. Any of the episodes with Darth Maul, but especially that one. Oh, when he just comes back. Oh, it's so great. And from Carly, she asks, will you be selling any of your art by any chance? Maybe. I would like to. I think I want to film a video for you guys about like what I did in school and like some of my artwork, because I like link my website below, but I never really put any like context to my paintings or my artwork or anything like that. So I feel like I might want to do like a sit down video to anyone who'd be interested. I don't know if that would be something you guys would want to see, but I think it would be cool to like sit down and like talk a little bit about my art, because it is a big part of who I am and my personality and what I've done for the past like 4 years of my life. So, but yeah, I mean, anything on my website is for sale essentially. So, and as I said, like, it's any artist's dream to be able to make money off of their work. Not that I do it for money, but like, you know, nobody wants to be a starving artist. She also asks, will you be at Star Wars Celebration 2020? And I don't know, maybe. But I feel like tickets are sold out by now, probably, right? They sell out like the day that they announce it, so I don't know. I don't live in California, unfortunately, so Star Wars celebrations are not the most accessible to us non-Californians. One day, I really do want to go to a celebration. Maybe when I have a better cosplay, too. This is from Jacobo? I'm sorry, don't hate me. Who says, here's a question for you. If you have ever watched Breaking Bad, if you did not do it, do you prefer Giancarlo Esposito's performance in Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul or in The Mandalorian? Truthfully, I watched like the first episode of Breaking Bad and like I liked it, but I don't know. I feel like it's a lot for me to start. I'm about to finish Mad Men, so maybe I will watch it because a lot of people in my family have seen it, and I've seen like a little bit of other episodes, and I feel like we haven't really seen enough of him in The Mandalorian. I said this in my Mandalorian review, like I wish there was more of him. I feel like we didn't see a lot of him, but I have a feeling he's gonna step up his game in season 2 of The Mandalorian, so I am ready for that. Alrighty, next is from Baraka898, who says, who is your favorite Sith Lord and why? Darth Maul, he's not a Sith Lord, right? I don't know if Darth Maul counts as a Sith Lord because he was only ever Palpy's apprentice, but just Darth Maul. He is my favorite, just Sith dude of all time. I don't know for sure what his ranking is, but yeah, Darth Maul for sure. Next, Trasher the Smasher, who asks, what was your first impression of Star Wars and which movie did you see first as a child? Truthfully, I can't remember. I was so young, so I don't know if I first saw like our VHS tapes of like the original trilogy or if I saw The Phantom Menace. I feel like my parents probably made us watch the original trilogy first, and I remember being like really freaked out by like that scene in The Empire Strikes Back when Luke goes into the woods and then cuts off Vader's head, but then opens the helmet and it's like his face. Like, I remember having nightmares about that as a kid. But my biggest memories are of the prequels. But yeah, I guess my impression was, I mean, my brothers and I all liked it, and like, I never considered it to be like nerdy. Like, I thought like this is iconic, and I was of course in love with Anakin so much, and really, really, really heartbroken when I watched Revenge of the Sith. My girl Taco the Jedi asks, again, are you going to Star Wars Celebration 2020? I don't know. Probably not. There's like maybe a 2% chance. Yes, I wish those weren't the odds. Then she asks, when will Tom release his first album? Maybe one day. Maybe one day. And finally, what other Star Wars filming locations do you really want to visit? I would love to go to, there's that location in Spain, where Anakin and Padme were on their travels to Naboo, right? That's like a palace in Spain, correct? Yeah. I would love to go there. That looks like phenomenal. That would be sick. Sean asks 2 questions. When are we going to hear you sing? I don't know. I've grappled with the idea of singing for a video. For those who don't know, in high school, I mean, nobody knows this. I said it like once in a live stream, maybe. In high school, I used to sing a lot. I used to sing competitively, and I used to do like performing arts, like stage theater. So I did a lot of like musicals and stuff like that, like a true theater geek all throughout middle school and high school. So yeah, I mean, my singing voice definitely is not the same as it was. High school is probably my prime, but I don't know. Maybe one day I'll just like throw out a singing video and you guys are gonna be like,
literally, what is this?
And 2, what's your favorite medium to use when drawing? And I would have to say, I love colored pencils, which sounds so like amateurish and like childish, but colored pencils for me, that's the medium I used to do my Vader drawing that I did over the summer. I love how detailed that you can get with them, and you can be very precise. If you buy a pack of like 200, you have so many colors at your disposal. Yeah, I just love colored pencils for sure. Last but not least, from my main man, Charlie. Charlie says, like, why art in terms of like what I majored in? Was it something about the way it looks into everything we do, or is it something that you were always fascinated with? And truthfully, I have been in love with art and just creating and drawing and painting ever since I was a little kid. I was like 3 years old and I was like just painting with watercolors or markers or crayons or anything. So yeah, I've just always been obsessed with it, and it's just been a lifelong passion of mine. And I love art as a form of self-expression. All right, guys, I think that's everything. Thank you guys who submitted questions. I think I tried to get to everyone's, but if you weren't able to submit a question in time, or if I somehow missed yours, I'm sorry. Please leave it below, and I would love to answer more in the comments if you guys have any remaining cues. Thank you guys so much again for 5K. That's just awesome. And we're surpassed that already. We're at like 5.2, which is just It means so much to me. I think that's gonna be it from me today. I hope you guys have been doing well. As always, thank you so much again for your endless support. It means so much to me. And I'll always say that I want you guys to feel like you're a part of this channel and this little community we've got going here. It means the world to me that you guys just continue to support my videos and interact and comment and just leave such awesome words of encouragement all the time. So I hope you know how much I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, always. I'll probably see you guys again soon with another reaction video, not gonna lie. But yes, I hope you guys have all been doing well. As always, may the force be with you guys always. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.